There's things you can do right now that are super simple, the lowest hanging fruit that will dramatically impact. And so today I'm talking about electromagnetic frequency. This is something I discuss in my book. I've interviewed some really high-level experts on this, and most people just don't really know what's happening to their body. And I think people are finding out now because the health impact is dramatic, and we're being exposed to more and more of it as time goes on. For example, in my training facility where I am in Beaufort, when I first moved there 10 or 11 years ago, there was one Wi-Fi meter, and that was ours in the building that you could pick up if you clicked on the Wi-Fi. Now there's, I don't even know how many, 30, you click on it, there's like 10, 20, 30, it picks up everybody in the apartment complex nearby, down the street. So we're now exposed to a lot of this. Plus, we have smart meters now, and almost everybody has smart meters. Very important topic, which I'll get into. This is one of the most basic things that you can do, which would dramatically improve your health, especially if you're in your house all the time. And so I'm going to cover turning off 5G, which you do not need in your house. You have 2.4, which is now almost every Wi-Fi is 2.4 and 5G almost everywhere for the most part. Some places haven't launched it yet. So you can turn off 5G with no negative consequences besides positive consequences for your health, but no negative consequences for you in terms of your internet. Opting out of the smart meter, how to do that. This is super important. The smart meters are illegal. It's an invasion of privacy. It's also a health hazard. It also can be hacked and exploded or lit on fire in your house. So if you have one, you want to get rid of it ASAP. And then other things, turning off the Wi-Fi, Faraday cages, other things you can do to counteract the Wi-Fi exposure. Because when we're driving around now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was in Costa Rica for 6 months. I left and took the last flight before the pandemic or the lockdown. And I was there for 6 months. When I came back, 5G was installed, and they installed them almost at every single exit on 95. Plus, they put in cameras everywhere. So while the pandemic was super important, they were installing 5G and putting cameras on all the highways. That doesn't seem like that should have been top priority, but apparently it was during that 6 months. So anyways, turning off your 5G. Let's cover that really quickly because that's going to be one of the simplest things you can do. Very important. So go to your Wi-Fi. I'll take you to the top or upstairs where I have mine, and I'll show you. But I'll do it from the computer here and show you. I've already logged in, and how you log in is you go to your Wi-Fi. It'll give you the login, and it usually looks like this. There's a sticker on your Wi-Fi, and you'll see the address, and then it'll give you a username, login, password, or you might have to contact the company to get that. So I go to 2G, 2.4G, that's still on. My 5G network, I turned it off. If anyone knows what the MU-MIMO or MU-MIMO is, that's enabled. I don't know if that should be disabled or not. So I'm not very technical. If someone knows that, please let me know. That would help us out. You can comment below. And also, so just so everybody knows, I started a Telegram account, and I'm doing Health, Freedom, and Truth TV because everything else seems to be censored. I find Telegram is a pretty great app to use. This will probably be my first video that I'm going to upload to it. So Health, Freedom, and Truth TV on Telegram. That'll be my channel, which I'm going to just put as much stuff on health, freedom, and truth. And a lot of stuff on like pain relief as well, because that's connected with all of this. So, so that's important. I can show you this meter I have right here. So this detects electromagnetic frequencies, and a little bit of story about the smart meters. So I knew how bad smart meters were. Luckily, I moved into a new house. I found out that the smart meters were literally right behind our head where we slept. And I was like, oh my God, we can't even sleep in this room. I got to make sure we get this out before we even like set this room up for sleeping. And I called the electrical company, told them I want to opt out. In South Carolina, you can opt out. So that's one of the great things. In your state, you might not be able to, and I'm going to show you in a second what to do if that's the case. So I called them. I said I want to opt out. They said it's $150 extra plus $11 a month for my health. That's something I'm willing to pay, even though that is illegal to do because the smart meter itself is illegal for them to put on there. And I'll show you the documents in a second. So anyways, I left for 3 weeks for the holidays. I came back and I checked with this again, and I saw that the electromagnetic frequencies were still there and they hadn't changed it. If I didn't know any better and I didn't have this, I would have just thought they changed it and I would have still been exposed to these harmful radiation frequencies. So anyways, I checked it as soon as I came home and I saw that they didn't change it. I called them again and I said, hey, I paid this extra money, I'm paying monthly, and you guys still haven't changed it. They came and they changed it and they gave me an opt-out meter. And what I'm finding out is if it is an electrical opt-out meter, it's still illegal. And so let me show you the documents on here. So let's see, hopefully you guys can see that. Where is it? So if you go to emfhelpcenter.com, then you'll find here, and you can go on the website and it gives a ton of information, right? So it shows you what the smart meters are all about. It gives you a notice of liability. And this is something, all you have to do is follow what they're saying. But basically, look, after you send the notice of liability, if you can collect any evidence whatsoever that the utility meter has caused harm, hazard, or damage, take pictures, record details, you send the majority monetary claim to the utility company. So just keep in mind those things. Notice of fraud: if any time the power company offers you an electronic opt-out meter, they are committing fraud. Electronic meters are not an opt-out. Only the traditional electromechanical meters are a true opt-out because electronic utility meters have no surge protection and represent a serious fire hazard, have switch mode power supplies causing dirty electricity, conduct unlawful surveillance on your private activities in your home, may transmit radio frequencies. If you are offered an electric meter as an opt-out, make sure and send this notice of fraud. So they gave me electronic opt-out meter, so I'll be sending that. You know what? I came to this website and I just found that out recently. So so let me take you upstairs and I'll show you my opt-out meter right now. That website, again, emfhelpcenter.com, will help you out to figure out what's going on with your smart meters and how to navigate that, because it's not something you can just call and get the opt-out for. It's something that typically you have to send a whole legal letter, and they have the legal letter on that website. All you have to do is copy and paste it, put in some, your name, sign it, get it notarized, and then send it to the CEO of the electrical company. So, that saves a lot of time and energy for you, having that just to be able to print out and copy. So let's go upstairs. I'll show you really quickly my smart meter. Now let me take this EMF tool. Let's see if you can actually see this work. So if you see, that's getting close to the phone, and now it's on medium, right? And then if I put it close to here, let's see if this goes up to red at all. Yep, there we go, red. So now it's receiving the Wi-Fi signal. I think you guys can see that. You see it going up to red as the signal pulses. So let's go upstairs. And I'll show you where on the Wi-Fi and what to put over your Wi-Fi, what I put over my Wi-Fi. Ideally, I would not want to have Wi-Fi in the house because I know it affects the kids. Hey guys, say hi.
Hi, whoever you are.
All right, so this is the Wi-Fi. right here, I'm not going to show you up close because it gives you all my information, is where you can find your IP address, and sometimes it has the username and password on there. And if you see, I put this close. I don't want my kids close to it, but they are right now. It's got a high level of radiation, and this only has the 2.4, so it doesn't have the 5G active right now. As you saw, that was turned off. I hope you guys are seeing. You guys seeing what I'm? Okay. Yep. So right there, it's constant exposure. What I do, which I have off right now, is I put on this Faraday cage over it all the time. And so I still get internet. This just goes to show you that the internet's so powerful that I put this on. It dramatically reduces the radiation, but we still get internet all throughout the house. So you can get this at a place like lessemf.com. They also have clothing now that you can wear for this type of stuff. There's my son Roman in the background. So I'll take you out to my smart meter, and I'll show you that there is no, it shows you that it has an opt-out button on it. Hold on one second. Someone's calling me there. All right, so I'm gonna have you guys follow me outside. I think it stopped raining. So let's see. All right, so, oh, I'm looking at the meter and it's going up because I have it next to the phone. So anytime you can see that this next to the phone, it'll start to go up. I don't know if you guys can see that. All right, so here I am outside. You'll see that I have opt-out stickers on here, and that, oh wait, the EMF is, see, they might have turned this thing back on. Oh no, it's probably the phone that was turning it on. Okay, so this doesn't show any electromagnetic frequency. If this thing was turned on, this thing goes up to like 18, 20, 25. It gets super high. So this is an opt-out meter, but it's an electrical opt-out meter. So it's actually fraud. This isn't a true opt-out meter, which is what I'm finding out now. So I think that was all the things that people had asked about. So just to recap, we want to turn off your 5G. Turn that off immediately because there's no need for it and you're just exposing yourself to electromagnetic frequencies that you don't need. Go to the website that I showed you. I can't remember what it was. EMF Help Center, I think it was. And get the smart meter off your house if you have one ASAP. Get the opt-out. Make sure it's the analog, the old analog. And those two things right there will dramatically increase the health, protect your immune system of you and your family. And I'm talking about, like, the impact is so dramatic that I know so many people, and I speak to so many people about these things that have had serious health issues with their kids. Someone told me just the other day that their son, who was 11 years old, had all these health issues, and then she found out about the smart meter, took it off, and then everybody's health got better. And then that person told me that she had a friend who had severe headaches, told them about it, they got the smart meter taken off, their headaches went away, right? So they also did studies on it of blood tests where they took blood pre and post standing next to the smart meter for 2 minutes. And what it showed was amazing. So some people, everybody had a different response. One person couldn't stand there for 2 minutes because they already had a headache for a few minutes that they were there, the 30 seconds that they were there. They had to step away. The other people, one person had the cells stack up on top of each other, whereas another person, the cells clumped together. And if you know anything about the body, when the cells clump together and they stay clumped together, this is very, very bad. And this is now a process that could cause disease in the future. Now think about it. Think of your cells as a mini you. Now imagine you were packed together with another human like a sardine in a car, and you couldn't move your arms, your legs. What would happen is you wouldn't be able to get nutrients, you wouldn't be able to get movement, you wouldn't be able to pick up the things that you need, right? This is the same for the cells. They're supposed to be floating around independently so that they can pick up the nutrients and attach things to their receptors, etc., that they need. So this is what it's doing to the body. And if your immune system's not functioning optimally, you're now opening yourself up. It's dumbing the immune system down. You're opening yourself up for other things, like if you do get sick, you get way more sick, or viruses, right? Bacteria, etc., can proliferate easier. Cancer, this is exposed to this stuff, radiation, is known to produce or be connected with cancer. So this is verified. 3 governments have done independent research on this. Above 3 milligauss is how they measure it. And exposure of above 3 milligauss over a period of time is directly linked to cancer. And the younger you are, the worse it is, because the cells are turning over more rapid as you're younger. And so then it's as the cells turn over and they're toxic and poison, now this sets you up for a bad situation. So more and more people are being exposed to this. It's important that more and more people know about it. I'll post this in the new Telegram channel, but I'm posting it on the other social media sites. I hope you guys found this helpful. I had a lot of people asking about it. So yeah, we got EMF Help Center. That has a ton of powerful information. You can go to lessemf.com if you want to buy like Faraday cages or things that help reduce the amount of radiation exposure, because the radiation exposure is causing depression, anxiety, dizziness, headaches, ADHD, ADD. I've interviewed a guy who does this for a living. He's one of the best at reducing EMF, and he can test people's skin because everybody's different. We're electrical beings. We're not all the same. Some people have more electrical charge, less electrical charge. Some are more affected by EMF. Some are less affected by EMF. And so, one person can stand with the phone next to them and have no problems. The other person can't do it for 2 minutes. Their ear gets red, they get headaches. And this also depends on the health of your nervous system, your immune system, and your cells. So I hope you guys found this topic helpful. There's probably way more that I can go into on this, but I wanted to just put in the most powerful things that you can do right now. It's super simple, that will give you the tools to go and help your health and help your immune system. So comments, questions, go ahead and leave below. Have a great day.